Welcome to Rewatch First Watch. I'm Keyblade Spirit, here with Lumia.
I'm Lumia. It's the Hollow Month.
And what are we talking about today, Lumia?
We're talking about why October is the best month, and we're talking about books.
Yeah, books are great. What's your favorite book, Lumia?
My favorite book, it's either... favorite book. The Count of Monte Cristo is really good. You know, it's thick. It has a lot of plot details. It goes, stab. You know, that's the plot of the book.
Oh my god, I just realized we're way off brand right now.
Are we?
We're way off brand. This is an anime channel. Are there any animes about books?
Well, actually, Count of Monte Cristo was adapted to an anime.
Yeah, but is it about books?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. The main character is blue.
Okay. Are there any anime that I have rewatched recently and that you have watched for the first time recently that we could talk about on our anime podcast called Rewatch First Watch?
Steins Gate!
We haven't watched that, but that's not about books. What's about books?
That's about Michael. Oh yeah, Bookworm.
Yes, Ascendance of a Bookworm. Oh, that's right. We just finished watching that today. It was good.
Wait, we did? When?
20 minutes ago.
Huh. You think you know time?
Yeah. What even is time?
Well, it's a social construct.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, before we get into chanting, what did you think about Ascendance of a Bookworm, Lumia?
Well, it good.
I'm glad you think that. Any other thoughts?
No. Just, it good.
Okay, should we stop recording here after 2 minutes then?
No, okay, I'll give my full thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, so Bookworm is about this girl who dies and goes to another world. Oh my god, wow, original, so new, so fancy. Oh, I've never seen that before, except in every single fucking anime of the year that ever comes out, because that's the only kind of anime that makes money these days, because of that, it's just everywhere, and I get sick and tired of it, and I don't like seeing characters die consistently to weird, dumb deaths, like being buried alive by books!
Yeah,
so that's how the show starts.
Yeah, wait, that's not... Okay. I mean, that's weird and dumb, but it's not, generic.
Dying to books isn't generic, but dying to get transported to another world is generic.
Okay. I mean, at least it wasn't a truck.
Actually, I honestly, unironically, I like the truck. I fuck with the truck, killing it, because I think it's funny.
Okay, that's fair. Okay,
I genuinely am happy that that's a trope. Because it's funny as hell every time. Even though it's originated back in 99 with a little show called Excel Saga. That's right. Excel Saga is an isekai. And it did it first. Fuck all of you. I'm getting off topic.
Yes. Bookworm.
Yeah, so Bookworm follows mine. I forget her original name, because fuck her original name.
Motosu Urano.
How do you remember that?
I don't know. Anyway, continue.
I'm sorry, I was just shocked that you remembered her original name, considering it's said once in episode 1.
It's mentioned a couple times.
Okay, it's mentioned 3 times over the first 3 episodes.
Like in one of the later episodes too.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot her original name.
We can't all be autistic.
I'm sorry, I'm not as autistic as you.
I forgive you.
Fuck you. So, mine, is sent to this new world, and all she wants to do is read books, and where is she sent to? A medieval world where books are rare and only for the rich, and she's a poor noble.
Yes.
Pathetic. Being born poor.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Poor and also not noble.
Yes. And as the show shows, shows. Being poor sucks.
It does suck.
So mine, being the Chad goddess that she is, just says, I'm gonna make a fuck ton of money, buy my books. No, I'm gonna make my books. And then she goes on her long quest to make books. And doing so, screwing over every... Wait, no, she makes alliances with people and doesn't screw a single person over. That's not capitalist of you. That's not very capitalist of you.
Yeah. And if anyone gets screwed over, she does.
She makes consistently bad economic decisions. I don't care what anyone says. She is not a good businesswoman.
Yeah, she's definitely not good at business, but that's why she's got the B-Man to help her out.
Don't call me the B-Man, say his goddamn name.
But then you'll start chanting.
Say his goddamn name.
Fine.
He deserves the honor.
Benno.
Beto! Context audience, every time Bano showed up on screen, I just chanted Bano. After about episode 8, I just started chanting his name because I love Bano. Bano is...
Bano, more like based yes.
Okay, audience, come closer to your speakers, unless you're wearing headphones. Come close, get in close. Everyone get in closer. Come on, we're gonna get into a group circle.
Okay, we're in.
Well, we need to have a talk. Every once in a while, an anime character will show up who's more base than Kamina, who has more hair on his chest than Broly, who's smarter than Yang Wenli, who's more charismatic than Anos the Misfit Demon King, aka the best anime of this year. And that's Bano. Bano. I think we have a lot of Best Guy Ever fans here. Bano's your man, my dudes. Bano's like Nate, but if Nate was, like, cool. I said it.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, Bano's this guy who is trying to make as much money as possible. Because he knows, if you can make money, make as much of it as goddamn possible. That's Bano's way. That's Bano's life motto. If you're gonna make some goddamn money, you better make as much as possible. You better not be a coward and make only a little bit of money, which mine consistently does. This is why mine is the version weakling of the show compared to Bano the Chad, who will consistently make dollar after goddamn dollar, coin after goddamn coin. He puts people in the red so he can put himself to the top, baby! Also, he loves mine as a daughter, which is adorable.
Yes.
I think I just ranted about that for 2 minutes straight without stopping.
Yes, you did. It was based.
Because I just realized I'm out of breath. I forgot to breathe.
Yes, but Benno is good.
Beta.
Yes, I was wrong to put the dad on my list of top male characters because Benno is better.
You chose the most virgin man in the show.
I think it's just because his last big fight scene in the show left an impression on me.
I get that, but at the same time, that's the only cool thing he does in the entire show. Besides that, Bano is consistently a better father figure. Does more for mine, and is consistently not that her father is doesn't care. It's just that Bano gives her the resources and support that she needs that her dad can't. Yeah. Is that wrong of me to appreciate Bano as a better father figure? Probably. But, Bano, please marry me. Please. I love you, Bano.
Are you sure you don't want him to be your dad?
I don't know. I'm going back and forth on it.
Because he is, from what you've described of your dad to me, he's a lot like your dad.
Oh my god.
And they say girls like to marry guys who are like their dads.
Bano! I need to marry you! Because you're just like my dad, and my dad's a Chad god. I just described my dad with during the entire rant. No! Unironically, I think my dad would resonate with Bano a lot.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Lumia. DadCon.
I'm not gonna. No, I don't love my dad that way. I love my dad as a father. God, fuck you. God, aren't you the one who made me watch a lolly show? I'm just saying. If we gotta be sus about anyone, we gotta be sus about you, Lolicon. Look, I've already made it clear that my favorite character is the adult, not the child of the show. Fuck you. By the way, mine better be a lesbian, because fuck Lutz, he's a coward. All he does is like say, "I'll protect you, Mine. I'll protect you." Constantly. She's constantly fainting on his watch.
Yeah, well, he is the only person who knows her secret and has accepted her for it.
True. But Frida, you see, she's got this characteristic that's really, really hot in women. Not that I want to fuck her, because that's disgusting, because she's, like, 6.
Yeah, I think canonically, yeah, she is 6, because...
Yeah. Mine's, 6. It's just weird, by the way, that mine runs, like, multiple businesses at the age of 6.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a characteristic that are in my favorite anime women. That's not Frida. Mainly, like, if we look at the best girl from Utena, that's not Utena or Anthe. God, I just made it say that she's the worst girl. God damn. Well, the best girl that's not good, aka the rich bitch. Because, as always, rich bitches know what's up. Because they all know. We gotta make that coin. We gotta make that money. That's all that matters in life, is making that coin and that money.
Yes.
Gotta make that coin. Make that coin. We gotta make that money and coin doing. Woo!
Yeah, you gotta do some crafts and make some coin. Craft and coin, baby. Those are the virtues.
Why are you quoting my D&D campaign religion?
Because it's funny, damn it.
Look, unironically, if I was in my D&D world, I would worship craft and coin like the dwarves, because they know what's up.
Yeah, when you told me about that religion, I immediately knew that was just your religion.
I mean, yes.
And you made it up so that it would be represented.
Actually, my friend came up with the concept of it, and I said, that's the funniest shit in the world, and then we went with it.
Okay.
I can't actually take credit for that.
Okay. Yeah, so mine's whole goal is...
She wants to read books because she's a fucking nerd.
Yeah, she wants to read books because she's a nerd, and to that end, her smaller scale goals are craft paper, get coin.
Yes. I'm just waiting for mine to just, like, realize that, coin, that all that matters is getting that dough, that money, that coinage, and then, she'll be like, yeah, fuck books. Why do I need to learn how to go to school, nerd? And then she, like, burns books in front of the priest and just starts, like, throwing coins at people saying, make me some goddamn money.
No, see,
that's my prediction for season 2.
Yeah. No, see, like, the best possible ending is she just throws herself into getting as much coin as possible. And then she just surrounds herself in as many books as possible. Because she's made so much money. Oh,
by the way, hot ass prediction. I'm calling it. At the end of the light novel, when it's getting near the end, she's an adult, she's like 20 now, and she now runs the library. She's like, my life's complete. I've finally done everything I want to accomplish. And then the bookshelf falls on her and kills her. And she wakes up in another world.
No, she wakes up in our world.
She wakes up in our world, except there's no books.
Yes!
And she has to redo the entire show again. Oh my god, why hasn't Isekai not done that, where they just die and go to another Isekai world?
Yeah, well, see, I would like to explain the basic concept of this reincarnation mechanic. Because it's really interesting to me. The reincarnation mechanic here is specifically that the little girl she was reincarnated as died in this world at the same moment that she died in the real world. And so she just kind of was able to inhabit this girl's body as her new body. allowing this girl to kind of live on. Because she now has access to all of Mine's memories.
Yes, and that's how she learns to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, no, one of the first little details that I really appreciated in this show was just that she she wakes up. She's a native Japanese speaker. She hears the mom talking to her and doesn't know what she's saying. And it's presented in the world as like just literal gibberish. Yeah, like that's literally exactly what she says. I'm glad you remembered.
You're welcome.
Anyway,
I don't know how you don't remember those exact words, honestly. It was so heartwarming.
Yeah. So anyway, and then she realizes she's able to access Mine's memories. And so, like, just the fact that it acknowledges that this is another world with another language, even though it seems like this language is pretty similar to Japanese.
Yeah, but the isms of the world are very different from Japan, so every once in a while she'll do like a Japanese thing and it'll confuse people, which is funny. I'm sure you as a linguist appreciates that, Mr. Linguist.
Yeah. No, this show even takes a lot of care in dealing with things like handwriting.
Yeah, stuff I don't care about, but I'm happy is there.
Yeah, because specifically with handwriting, we mostly see adults' handwriting and occasionally Mine's handwriting. But then later on we see Frida, who has written out a contract. Right. And the handwriting looks childish, even though it's in a script that we don't know at all. Like, I guarantee that if we were to, like, pick apart everything, we could probably create a full alphabet and number system from the material we've seen in this anime.
Well, it's probably based on Japanese, honestly, if the writing would be my random guess.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's definitely an alphabet and not a syllabary, because
right, because they say alphabet at the beginning.
Yeah, well, not just that, because like for regular people, alphabet and syllabary are basically the same thing. Like, nobody really knows the difference outside of linguistics. But like the main reason why I know it's actually an alphabet is that Mine is spelled M-A-I-N, or with 4 letters instead of the 2 syllables Ma'in.
You're such a nerd.
Yes, but these are the details that make me believe in this fantasy world. Like, this is a good, believable fantasy world because it takes care about these details. You know?
How do you appreciate it, Key?
Yeah, you cut out there.
I accidentally unplugged my mic.
Oh. Ha.
Fuck you. Look, the USB port that I'm using for my mic is a little sensitive.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to get it fixed. And by fixed, I mean it's the only USB port that I have.
Yeah. So anyway, like, just the fact that they took into account that the language of this fantasy world would obviously be different from Japanese, and it just takes a little bit of time, like not even that much time, just like 30 seconds to establish that this is a thing that Mine has to deal with at first, is great to me.
Yeah, it's a nice detail. Obviously, since you're a language nerd, of course, you appreciate those sort of things. And this show's about books, so of course, language should be an important factor.
Yeah.
Of, how books are seen and used.
Yeah, I agree. Language.
I do like that her having to learn how to read and write in the world was a plot point. Because it is, as you said, something that would be overlooked most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, like most of the time, I imagine the isekai world is just Japanese in its language.
It depends. Well, I mean, if it's like an MMO, of course it's gonna be Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's why MMO isekai are, like, more believable for me in a lot of ways, because obviously it would be Japanese because that's the language it was made in.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Here,
Yeah.
the thing that this show does that I really do like compared to most isekai is that it's not an action show. It's really focused on the it. It gives me Spice Wolf vibes
Spice what?
in ways.
Oh, Spice and
Spice
Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a show that nowadays a lot of people would probably call a native isekai. Even though it's, like, a really good native isekai.
Is I wouldn't classify it as an native isekai though, because it's just a fantasy anime about currency and making money.
Yeah, well, see, the idea of native isekai is specifically that it's an isekai-like world. And from what I remember of Spice and Wolf, it had that feel to it. Like,
Okay,
it wouldn't surprise me if Spice and Wolf inspired a lot of isekai worlds.
I could believe it does, but okay, we're going off topic for a bit. Here's my issue with the genre native isekai. It's just another term to say fantasy. That's all it is. And I really don't like that it's a genre title that people are using and bringing up, because it's just like, well, at this point, what is an isekai? Like, by that definition, it could be that.
I think what the point of native isekai is that it's specifically a fantasy world that feels like an isekai world, specifically.
Like, I okay, I don't like genres as things, and giving just labels to more genres just feels like it's just being more annoying than helpful to me. Like, does that make Atelier and a native isekai because it's a fantasy-ish world?
I'm not sure. Like, it would make more sense to say that, to just describe something as a fantasy world with a lot of tropes in common with isekai, rather than...
That's a better thing, because, like, all that's, like, when you say because the point of genres is just quickly get concepts across to you really quickly. If you tell me it's an isekai, you're telling me a lot of story tropes really off the bat. What you're telling me when you say you have a native isekai is you're not getting, like, all I get is, okay, it takes place in a fantasy world. If you tell me it's a fantasy anime, well, fantasy is more of a setting than a genre as well anyways, if you think about it.
Yeah. Like, to me, the quintessential anime that I would consider to be a native isekai is, like Danmachi. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Because the only thing that show doesn't have in common with the isekai genre is that it's not a transported to another world story.
Okay, if you're going... here's the thing about Danmachi, if we're going to use the term native isekai, that show had, like, levels and, like, your RPG mechanics built in. If you're using that to describe a native isekai, sure, I can agree with that terminology. If it's for those specific shows. Where you have game mechanics in the world and it's treated like it's just how it is. That to me, that genre, if we go with that definition, has meaning. If we don't, and just say, oh, it just has tropes similar to that of, isekais, but it's a few consistencies, I say the entire title is meaningless.
Okay, that's fair.
Sorry for the hostile thing, but it's something I really, really hate about.
Yeah, no, you're right. Now that I think about it, Spice and Wolf doesn't really qualify.
Yeah, because I would put Spice and Wolf in the hard fantasy genre.
Yeah. Like probably political fantasy, maybe? Like
Sure.
economical fantasy?
Economic. It's about economics.
Okay.
Like by that definition, I could see you putting in Misfit Demon King under that old definition of, you know.
Yeah. No,
Even though
I think Misfit Demon King also fits under that.
I don't know, it doesn't have
at
the
least
RPG mechanic sort of things. It's treated as if it's just a magical world.
Okay.
Like, they never, like, say, you leveled up your power, or they don't say, like, your stat, take a look at your stat page. You know, it doesn't do any of that shit.
Okay, I'm basing this entirely on the first episode, so that's fair.
I mean, they actually do develop the magic system in an interesting way.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it has a very interesting uses and implications about the characters who developed said magic, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but that is for a different time when we talk about Misfit Demon King later this year.
Yes. Back to Bookworm.
Sure. But Bookworm does a lot of things I do like. I really do like Mine Bano, working on making money, and Lutz is I know I was memeing on him earlier, but Lutz is actually a good person to help get an idea of how normal people view Mine.
Yeah.
Okay, the world building of the show is incredible and really good about selling the intricacies of this world, because this world feels very much like how our society was in medieval. It you know, it's not pretty, it's not kind. You know, if you're poor, it's a lot harder. They have a few unique things, of course, like the whole apprenticeships. Actually, that's probably normal.
Yeah, another nerdy detail that I really liked was that the high rises that the poor people live in, and it seems like the poorer people live higher up, which is reliably accurate to the time period this is trying to depict.
Yeah, I mean, this show very much feels like it's doing a good job showing off what a realistic medieval period was, which a lot of anime don't really do because it's generally not fun for action adventure shows. But since the show is trying to make her journey as hard as possible, yeah, this makes the most sense to make her journey, well, impossibly hard.
Yeah,
she wouldn't be able to succeed if she wasn't one, came from another world and had her knowledge, and also she didn't, I mean, her knowledge is what, is her unique isekai power.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more tame version of Dr. Stone.
Yeah. Now, like, I could easily see this described as, like, a calm Dr. Stone.
Yeah, I mean, everything she does is very plausible for someone who reads as much as her to have the knowledge on.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, actually, no, I've got the perfect descriptor for this show. Okay. Ascendance of a Bookworm is the Dark Souls of Dr. Stone.
I hate you for that.
Yes.
This show does a lot good. This show's I guess the most boring part of the show cast-wise is Mine's family.
I can see that.
I find them, like, they don't ever question how Mine is. Like, how that she's, like, changed so much in such a short period of time.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure if... Like, see, it seems like either it should have become a plot point by now, if they were already noticing, or like, they just haven't noticed. She lives with
her family, and I don't know how they haven't noticed, considering, like, after she had her big fever, she started, like, taking different interest in things that she didn't have before. She started being significantly more proactive. Yeah, well, it does, it bears mentioning, we have no idea what the original Mine was like. No, but we have concepts of what she was like.
Yeah. Like, see, all I could tell was that she was sickly and not very active.
Yeah. and now she's extremely active and outgoing. That should be a major red flag that something's different with her.
Yeah.
I get that her parents would be happy about that, but at the same time, if you have a sickly child who's like, out, who is known for being shy and quiet, and now she's running a major business after 2 years. Okay, after 2 years, sure, that I could accept that. But I mean, I don't know. At the beginning, sure, I get why they wouldn't be surprised, but I mean,
yeah. Well, see, you do have to remember the first couple of inventions that she brings into this world, the shampoo and a few other things.
The shampoo should be the red flag, actually.
Yeah. Well, to people who don't know anything about anything, I could easily see that being just a weird thing that a little kid does, and then you play along with it.
Yeah, but the thing is that it worked.
Yeah, well, it did work, but they didn't really know what she was doing with it.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, like, I'm not fully trying to justify it, I'm just mentioning.
Like, I get why Lutz noticed, and it took him a while to admit it, but it's just... It's because Lutz is around her the most, but she lives with her family. You think her family would have noticed what Lutz has noticed by now. Like, the way she talks is probably different from mine, considering she uses bigger words.
Yeah,
if you
probably.
recall, one thing that he's pointed out, Lutz has pointed out, and I'm sure she uses, consistently with her family.
Yeah, well, we do have to keep in mind, she doesn't know the language, so she can't really use any bigger words than what mine knew originally, and what she's learned.
I know that, but I mean, over the time, she has learned bigger words and how to say them, because if you recall, that's how Lutz gets her and learns that she's not mine.
Yeah, see, I thought that was, like, part of it, but it was mostly...
It was part of it, but it's...
Yeah, like, her demeanor... I thought it was, like, her demeanor around adults more than, like, her using bigger words. Because it just makes sense that she would have learned those things.
Pretty much, it's everything I was just saying, because it's, like, multiple things, is how Lutz gets her, but... I'm just saying, her parents would have noticed all of this, because she does this... She isn't hiding her power level, She's just, like, always just doing her normal things.
Yeah. Now,
like, I get that Lutz is around her a lot, but I'm saying her parents should have picked up as well.
Yeah, well, see, Lutz did notice specifically because of her dealings with Benno, more so than... And her parents haven't seen any of that. True.
But that's, like, one thing out the list of other things she does. Like, remember how she's interacted with other important noble people, or not noble people, but, like, other adults that weren't her family.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm just saying, not to say her parents are harsh for not noticing.
Yeah.
And of course they do show signs of loving her. It's just, like, it feels like a weird thing that they haven't noticed when they've been so close to mine. And now, how long it's been going on, I don't think they'll ever notice. Because it's been 2 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I wonder if maybe... Like, this is all theory crafting bullshit here. But I wonder if maybe when mine was still the original mine, and they were just too focused on her health to notice her personality.
Potentially, but I gotta imagine that there was, like, some time when they had at least a slight concept of what she was like as a person.
That's true. Like,
as the devouring is shown, you're not consistently having bad fevers. It's just, like, it kind of happens.
Yeah, but even then, she is still consistently frail.
Yeah.
Although, considering how the devouring seems to work, with it being sort of like hollowing in Dark Souls, it's possible that the original mine had literally no ambitions, and that's why it overtook her that first time.
I mean, I don't blame, like, being in the Middle Ages, being poor, it's kind of hard to have ambitions under those circumstances. let's talk about the magic system in the Devouring, because I have a lot to say on that.
Yeah, I still don't quite understand how the magic system itself works. Except that I can tell that there is a magic system that can be fleshed out.
It hasn't been fleshed out in any meaningful way, but I do appreciate the Okay, so one of my favorite things from D&D, this will tie back in. Trust me.
Okay.
Is the sorcerer class. It's my favorite class in all of Pathfinder in D&D. And for one reason. And my favorite thing has always been there are classes that have parts of the backstories worked into the class. And no other class has that more so than the sorcerer. Because it's all about bloodlines. The bloodline stuff doesn't matter here. It's the first moment that you get your magical powers.
Right.
You know how that happens?
How?
So, when a sorcerer is under high emotional stress, their magic will burst from them in an explosion of them using their magic uncontrollable, and it either kills many people or another mage has to calm them down.
Oh, that's exactly what happens.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. And I said before we were going to go into this why I was going to derail this into Star Wars, because this also ties into one of my favorite Star Wars books ever.
Ooh. Books! We brought it back to the original topic.
Yes. The Book of Plagueis. So minor spoilers for Plagueis. Palpatine becomes a Sith.
What? That's not possible.
Okay, so similar situation. The way Palpatine learns that he's a Force user, that he's Force sensitive, is that Plagueis can already tell early on because the signs are there, but he doesn't tell Palpatine because he's using him as an asset right now. And Palpatine throughout the book has a consistent. You don't mind.
I don't mind spoilers.
Yeah, has a consistent hatred of his father because they're politically ideology. They're on the complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Palpatine wants to bring in, wants mining to occur on the Alderaan. He wants them to get more power in the Republic. His father is conservative and doesn't give a shit about that. He just wants to keep the plan as it is.
Okay.
Not important. But Palpatine hates his father. And it's coming to the end, and he's developed a good friendship with Plagueis. I forget his real name. It's doesn't matter. Higo DeMarco. Got it.
Is that his real
Higo
name?
Damask. Higo Damask. That's his fake identity.
Okay.
But I mean, he's a real banker in Star Wars, but not important.
Nice.
So, and his father has learned of this and he hates this idea because he hates Higo Damask. And he says, they're getting on a ship. And he says, "I'm taking you away. You're going to boarding school on another planet. You're never going to see Higo Damask again. Your days, manipulating the political situation here are over. We're sending you to another planet. You're going to get fucked off." And Palpatine gets furious. The one person that actually respects and sees the greatness in him, he's just taking away because his father is too dumb to understand how great Palpatine is. Because that's the story of Palpatine, is that he's like a child prodigy who no one can understand.
And a big history nerd.
Yes. Yes. He's also like this cool big speeder who's really into racing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's just like a funny thing about how he just has that, and then he bonds with Anakin over that later on. Not important. So he gets furious and, like mine, kills. Well, she doesn't kill her father, but Palpatine kills his family. Where mine tries to kill the priest, threatening them. So another use of that whole one of my favorite tropes of magic ever, the explosion of awakening.
Yes.
Because it's so good. And what this has told me is that there is potential that mine could learn how to use her magic.
Yeah.
Because it's such a good trope. It's just such a good trope every time. I love it.
I'm glad you love it.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, I gotta talk about Star Wars. Yeah. Oh yeah, the thing about magic. The only thing we really know about magic is that people who have too much magic, it can kill them, which is a cool concept.
Yeah, and nobles seem to be more resistant to that.
No, they have money, so they're able to get around that.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, they have money so they can buy the things to get that out of them. If you're poor and you have it, you're probably just gonna die.
Okay, so that's why the devouring is only considered to be a disease for poor people, because it's just not seen in the rich.
Yeah, because if you have money, you can pay for it relatively easily. We saw how semi-easily, the rich guild was able to pay for it.
Yeah.
So you can imagine it's really easy for nobles to pay for it.
That's true.
So, one of the nice little details of this game. I mean, this thing. I like magicism, even though I don't know any off the top of my head in the details. It seems like magic in this world, at least from what I can gather from just seeing how magic items, is that the purpose of magic is mainly just as an economic boon to make sure political deals are intact.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we haven't really seen what a mage looks like and does.
Yeah, we've seen 3 instances of magic being used. And the first time is the contract.
Yes.
The second time is when they're entering the guild hall. Benno uses his card thing.
Well, those are magic items. That's not him using magic.
Yeah, but that's magic existing in the world.
Oh, yeah, it's the use of magic items.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Mind's explosion at the very end.
You forgot the 4th time? When the head priest is looking through her memories in episode 1.
Oh, yeah, that.
Which I think should not have been there. I think that should have been cut.
Yeah, it feels like that was there to assure specifically anime watchers that this is a magic world. Because when Mind finds out that this is a magic world, that feels like a big twist.
Yeah. I bet you the light novels didn't have that.
Yeah.
I bet you that wasn't there.
Yeah,
because
if anything, that's probably... So if anything, that's probably the head... The head priest, I think, is who he is.
Yeah, it's the head priest.
Yeah, okay. That's probably... I would guess that happens in the light novels, and it's just a one-off thing that happens, so that the head priest is caught up with everything.
Probably. I'm sure we'll get that explanation in season 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm fine if that scene happened. I just don't... Considering it's shown as a twist later on, I just wish they didn't tell us that there was magic, because
yeah, see,
it's so much cooler.
Yeah, see, the way to do it would have been, include that scene, but make it the recap episode for season 2. You know, how a lot of anime have mid-season, or have a recap episode between the seasons.
I just hate recap episodes.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the way to have that done, if they want to include that scene.
But no, I think your reasoning is accurate. It was to keep dumb anime fans who couldn't keep their attention held by the by a world that doesn't have action in it. Because whoever made it just had no faith in the anime fans, which I don't blame. I have no faith in the anime fans either, for different reasons.
Yeah.
Anime fans are the worst fandom.
Yes.
I say that as an anime fan.
Yes,
we're all the worst.
Yeah, the two of us, we're the good ones.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm probably part of the bad ones. I'm an elitist. I hate dubs. Yeah, I look down on people who watch dubs.
No, the elitists are the good ones.
Look, I'm just admitting that I am awful. Let me admit this.
Okay, fine. You are awful.
Wow. You're supposed to say I'm a good person, in spite of that. This guy, people. just hates on me. This is all he does to me. He just hates on me all the time. I'm trying to be the best person I can be, and all he does is hate on me.
Oh, come on. That's not true. If I hated you, you wouldn't be on this show.
What does that mean?
It means
this is
I like
our show.
I mean, yeah, if I hated you, this show wouldn't exist.
Yeah, thank
you. Yeah. It would be content, and I would be doing it with Noni.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, you're right.
I think I work better with Noni than you do.
Yes. Agreed. I was making a joke there.
Yeah, but no, this show was very good. I was surprised. I honestly thought of what I didn't have high expectations going to this, even though you did put this on your 3x3. I just thought you had bad taste.
Yeah, no, I realize now that Benno is better than the dad.
I mean, I did confirm that you did have bad taste until you rectified that decision.
Yes.
So I was right going into this that you do have bad taste. Because as we all know, I'm the only person with good taste.
Debatable.
Who has better taste than me?
I don't know, but there's probably somebody.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah. Oh, I do have. Okay. Oh. Do you have any more points?
No, I was about to go give my score.
Okay, because I have one more point, and that is Jeff Thu. If you're listening,
he's not listening.
Jeff Thu, if you're listening, this. No. At one point, you called this show the slowest of slow burns.
What?
Yes.
Okay. We don't talk about.
No, he unironically said that, and I agreed the first time I watched it, but then on the rewatch, things are happening like every episode. Progress is being made every episode, even if it's subtle.
If we're gonna let's talk about this. I don't know how you could unironically say that without having watched the show. If you just heard about the show, sure, I could assume you would think it's a slow burn, but I would also think you probably are also the person who thinks Rakugo's a slow burn because it's not about fighting. Jeff Thu, are you such a normie that you think a show without combat is slow? Have you seen a drama anime in your life? Is your taste this shit? Can you only be held... Do you need My Hero Academia to hold your hand the entire way through? Is this the kind of anime fan you are, Jeff Thu? I had little respect for you. I have significantly less respect for you for thinking that this show is fucking slow when this show is hype as shit from episode 1 from the first 10 minutes in. The first 10 minutes, sure, you could say they're slow, but they're a good slow burn. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Jeff Thu. I didn't realize you're such a shonen fucking fan that you need goddamn shonen to hold your hand the entire time because you're such a baby. Jesus fucking Christ, I hate you, Jeff Thu.
Based.
Did he like this show?
Yeah, he loves this show.
Oh.
Yeah,
you got good taste, Jeff.
Yeah, like... He made a video about why it's the best isekai ever. No, the smartest isekai ever.
The smartest isekai ever? It probably has the best world building of the isekais, but I don't know if
yeah.
Best.
Yeah.
Log Horizon exists.
Yeah. I mean,
No Game No Life exists.
Yeah. Like, his whole point was specifically about things like world building and... Like, he meant... I don't want to go into it. Go watch the video yourself.
I'm not going to.
Link not in the description. Find it yourself.
I'm not going to watch a Jeff Thu video.
I'm telling the viewers.
Viewers?
Yes.
I adamantly disagree with Jeff Thu.
Yeah. If you care at all about Jeff Thu's opinion on Ascendance of a Bookworm, even though you've got our much better opinions...
Jeff, wait. Sorry to cut you off, Keith, but I need the mic for a second, if you don't mind.
Yes, go ahead.
If you'll just step off the stage, Jeff Thu, I'm calling you out. We need to have a debate. If you don't respond to this video with a date and time by next week, I'm gonna assume you're a coward.
Hard agree. I'll moderate.
He's not gonna see this video.
No, I'll at him in the Twitter thingy.
Do it. Sure. If he debates me, oh my god, we're gonna get so many views. We're gonna go so fast. I'll debate him on is Bookworm slow or not.
Yes.
You fucking idiot.
Yes.
Watch him actually say yes.
You know, I'll go Jeff Thu, you punk bitch motherfucker. Ascendance of a Bookworm is not a slow burn.
Debate me, bro. I'll debate you. I fucking hate you.
Yes.
I don't know much about you. I just know everyone hates you, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Is that all your points? Can I get
yes. Ascendance of a Bookworm is not a slow burn. Fuck you, Jeff.
Okay. It gets Lumia's check of approval. This is a good anime. I give it 9 out of 10.
Okay, a low 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I put it on my favorite list. It's the bottom. It's my lowest favorite. I think it's good. I don't think it's better than some of the other favorites I have on that list. I don't think it's better than I mean, I autistically rank every anime I watch. If you recall, Digine, she used to have a document chart of every anime ranked in order.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those. I haven't updated mine forever, but my favorites list is in order. My top 10, one of my top anime. I think I have about 60 favorites now or something like that.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I really like the show.
Anyway, you give this a low 9. I would give this a high 9 overall. And like specifically as isekai, it's a 10 out of 10.
I don't grade different genres on different rating scales.
Yeah, like it's like how I would say that Horizon Zero Dawn is a 10 out of 10 open world game, but that's still like a 7 out of 10 video game. Like just in the context of its own genre, it's a 10 out of 10.
In the context of in the context of genre, probably still give it a 9.
Okay.
Doesn't really change how I feel about the other. Like Log Horizon on isekai level is probably a 10 out of 10 for me. Same with No Game No Life compared to isekais.
Okay. Okay. Well, this has been this.
If you haven't watched Bookworm and you're here, go watch Misfit Demon King. Bye!
Bye!